Hello everyone, welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a bit of a redo video, which I've been making videos for years now, so sometimes it is called for, and that is none other than the HYNT Beauty Duet Perfecting Concealer. And they have also just released 4 brand new shades, which I do believe I mentioned this in a what's new video, and I thought what a great time to share with you these shades, share with you how I like to use this product. It's been a long time. It's seen many different forms, and this iteration is one of my absolute favorites. So if you're unfamiliar with this product, it looks a little something like this. Really precious baby pink cap, frosted glass packaging. Looks very similar to something like an RMS if you were familiar with that. The shade will always be here on the bottom. I do wear the shade Light. When you open it up, it's just your traditional sort of concealer. You can put your finger in there to apply. I like to go in with a brush. It is a bit more of an emollient texture, so it's really easy to just sort of apply on the go should you choose to do that as well. It's $24. There are 11 shades, 4 of which are new, as I've already discussed with you. And in here we have avocado oil, aloe vera leaf, and kupuaku butter, all of which sort of work together to make this a very high coverage concealer that is emollient, blendable, and easy to use. And what I do love about this formula is it's not as emollient as something like an RMS. RMS has a very shiny finish, which on a no makeup day I think looks really beautiful because it just looks so much like you put skincare on, and just like your skin just naturally looks that beautiful, which I love. But this one's a little bit more perfecting. It's a little bit more of a medium to full coverage. I like to apply it in thin layers that build up so beautifully, and you really do just need a really minimal amount of product. What is fabulous about this is that it works really great for spot concealing just because the nature of the texture. It's creamy but rich, so you can just apply like a little dot where you need it, blend it in with your finger, and it is substantial enough where it'll kind of stick around. I do like to set it with an accompanying powder typically. The same goes for underneath the eyes. Any sort of more creamy emollient concealer, that is something that I absolutely like to do. So with 11 shades, I'm sure you're kind of like, maybe I'm in between, which one's right for me? It is a tough call to make at times. So they do sell really fantastic sample trios that look a little something like this, that come with 3 sort of sister shades, if you will. So when I share with you all of the shades, I will break it down as far as these little samples are concerned, and a little bit of product does go a very long way. So this is a great way not only to find out if you like the product, but find out a shade that works for you. For instance, for me, I like the shade Light. I probably could use the shade Fair underneath the eyes if I wanted a really brightened look. That's just not something that I typically prefer. So I'm gonna jump into a demonstration here in just a few, but before I do, I'm gonna share with you all of the shades, and I will also point out which one of these are new. And I'm always really excited about shade range extensions, only because this product has been around for a long time. It's gotten a lot of rave reviews. It's one of the most popular items on the website, something that I've used off and on for the longest time. It is just a fail-safe item that I know will always look good and have sort of a place in the collection. If this is something that you've tried to use shades in the past and it just hasn't worked for you, now might be a really great time to pick up one of these sample packs and try again. So quickly before I do also want to mention that I really like a product like this in the summertime because you can really just go in with this concealer, put it where you need it, put it underneath the eyes, and just let your skin breathe. And that is something that I definitely gravitate towards as the weather gets a little bit warmer. So for shades, like I said, I'm going to break it down as far as how these sample packs concern. So the first of which is Porcelain, which is the lightest shade, of course, Fair, and the shade Light, all of which are the shades I use. Then we have the shade Light, Medium Buff, and Medium. So I am readdressing some of these shades. They're repeats, but that's just how the packs come. So I'm just gonna share it with you like that. Then we have the shade Medium, Medium Tan, and Tan. These shades Tan, Dark, and Deep. And finally the shades Deep, Deep Warm, and Deep Ebony. The new shades, I'll share with these separate, are Porcelain, Medium Buff, Deep Warm, and Deep Ebony. So we sort of got a very pale shade, 2 on the deeper end, and 1 dead smack in the middle as well. So I do hope this makes the range more accessible to more of you. I'm so excited for you to try it, but let me quit yapping. Let me show you why I like this product so much. It is what I'm wearing right now, but I'm going to show you on half of my face just how brightening, full coverage, and easy to use this product is. All right, so we are up freakishly close because I am going to get in here and really show you the power of the HYNT Beauty Concealer. So I do have a little bit of foundation on. Today I went with the Air Perez Oat Milk Foundation just because it does a really good job at evening everything out, but I do need a little bit more coverage here around the nose. Lots and lots there, and I will just sort of take you through the motions of how I like to pop this stuff on. So you can go with your finger. I do have the fake nails and brush application as far as concealers that come in this format, especially for reapplication. If I'm gonna reapply it, I'll just tap maybe where needed with my finger, and it is great because the warmth of your finger does a great job at blending it. But for today, I am just going to go in with this brush. This is the Fit Glow Beauty Concealer brush, and it is dual ended, and I am just going to slap this stuff on. So I'm really gonna make sure that I am nestling it where I get most dark, and then I will sort of carry that out. I do have a really dark spot right here, so I always apply concealer like that as well. So I'll do one side at a time. I'm gonna do a little bit of this for you too. And then I don't really have any spots. Like, I don't like to go crazy, but we'll cover this just to say we did. And then I'll take a little bit on my chin. And then I am of the camp where I really do like a bit of brightness right here in the middle of my brows. So we'll take a little bit right there as well. So just apply it just like that. You could go with the warmth of your finger, like I said. You could even go in with the opposite end of this brush should you choose. Today we're actually gonna go in with the HYNT Beauty Sponge, which you have seen me use a ton on this channel. So let's start just right here. And with all of the oils and beautiful ingredients in here, being that it is a bit more of an emollient kind of texture, it just blends right in. And just to reiterate, I am using the shade Light. So just like that, just slightly brightens the area. I don't like it overly bright. And I'm just gonna tap this in here around my nose. And then most importantly is what is going on underneath the eyes. So I'm just going to take my time. You know I like to make sure that it is incredibly well blended. And then I will even go in, and if I need just a little bit more, do not hesitate to do that. Working in small or thin layers, I should say, is always the way to go, especially to prevent creasing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and buff this in. So that sponge did lift a little bit of my foundation right here, so I actually have some color coming through. So I'm just gonna go in with my concealer. And I'm gonna take a touch more right here. And I'm actually gonna use this end this time just to make sure that I am getting the most coverage out of it. The sponge will give you the least amount of coverage, which is not something that I mind again because I don't mind working in layers, but really it's so easy to blend that any one of these methods you choose should give you a high coverage outcome. It just is a personal preference, but they all work great. Okay, so already from a distance, you can see how much brighter this half of my face is. Of course, you can see all the coverage. That spot there, we got some brightness on the chin and in the center of the face as well. So that's it from far away. I just really think it does a really great job brightening my face. And though this side might look a little bit more pale, that's where we go back in and add some color, which I will do after this, and you will have already seen in the beginning of the video. So I'm just gonna take you a little bit closer just so you can see exactly how this looks, and this is before setting it. I have yet to set it with powder. Okay, so up close, I really like how this concealer sits. It has come in many shapes and forms over the years, and I am really happy with this iteration. It's easy to use, it blends nicely, doesn't settle in fine lines and wrinkles, but I will say, though it looks nice right now, if I was not to set it, it would start to crease underneath the eye just because of the amount of motion, of course, that is happening. So if you struggle with concealer creasing in any capacity, absolutely set it with powder. My powder of choice is still the 100% pure Bamboo Blur powder. It is a loose translucent powder. It's easy. It does not emphasize cakiness at all. This concealer is nice because it doesn't have as shiny of a finish as something as like the RMS concealer as well. So it really does work for all skin types and anyone who's desiring a more medium to full coverage. So just a really light dusting of that, and then I'll go ahead and do the side of my face and follow up with the rest of the makeup. So I did hope that you found this demonstration portion helpful. All right, everyone, that is it. I really hope that you found this video helpful. I know as so many years go on, it is really nice to just sit down, revisit old favorite products that maybe you just get kind of lost in all of the newness that is coming in on a month-to-month basis. So if you haven't tried this concealer, it is a great one. I will leave some maybe other concealer reviews down below if you're sort of shopping for a new one. There are so many options, but this is one that I think is great for all skin types. Great for different coverage preferences, and also great for not only underneath the eyes but on the skin as well, and that is why it is a fail-safe go-to concealer for me. So if you have any other questions, things that I did not address, please do not hesitate to leave me a comment down below. I will also ensure that there are swatch photos in the description box down below for you as well, so you could sort of refer back to them. And again, I have broken it down on how the sets come. So there are a few repeat shades, as you will see, but I will also link those sample sets for you down below as well. $6 a piece. Do not forget it. But if you enjoyed this video, you found it helpful, please give the video a big thumbs up, subscribe. I do upload a new video here every single week, and I don't want you guys to miss them. I do also one bonus video every single month on our Instagram. We're always posting on Instagram. You can check us out there, but we are on basically all socials, so those are always down below. If you're curious about anything that I'm wearing, please make sure you refer to the description box, and anything not included, do not hesitate to leave me a comment down below. But thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Let me know what you'd like me to review next, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.